Hi, folks, and thanks for joining us for another great video here at Street Smart Options. I'm Jim Bunker, and I'm here with Jonathan Sherman tonight. We're going to be talking about options trading demo. So Jonathan's going to walk us through a company and basically go through some information about an options trade that he's been doing some research on. Go ahead, Jonathan.
Yeah, so I came across this trade. It's on Activision Blizzard, and we're doing an options trading demo, so we'll just go through details of it. This is a just so you know where we're at. This is April 16th, 2019, and the S&P 500 has been uptrending since a sharp decline back in the end of 2018. So we've been on this uptrend, sharp uptrend, and there's been some opportunities during this uptrend. And we had this little consolidation in this March time frame, and now we're hitting up against the old highs from 2018. And there's some long side opportunities that are developing. Now ATVI is obviously, from the chart here, is not trending up, it's trending down. But with the market in an uptrend, I'm inclined to do a long side trade on this, especially because if you look at the chart here, and this covers about 4 years, the stock fell sharply with the market in the end of 2018 and did not recover. And in fact, what it did is it undercut its prior low, but then enormous volume came in supporting the stock. And this enormous volume just suggests to me that the stock has hit an intermediate term bottom. There's some major buyers coming in supporting the stock. And I like it that it made a low and then it shook out the low, right? So and then it recovered, and now it's coming back here and retesting the 50-day moving average. So in my opinion, this is a good time to try a deep in the money bull call spread on this stock, and I'm looking at the 35-40 bull call spread 1 month out, and we'll see how that looks. So the first thing I want to do is let's go and look at the options chain for this and see what that 40-35 bull call spread looks like. And I don't know if I got into it, but Activision Blizzard is they produce video games, right? They're a major producer of these video games for all kinds of different consoles, and they've been around for a while. They have really good financials in terms of return on equity and cash flow. So it's a strong company, and so it's another reason why it's part of the S&P 500, and that's another reason why it wouldn't be too scared about, after this drop off, getting into it down here. So let's go take a look at the option chain for this Activision Blizzard. And I've already pulled up Activision Blizzard here, and here's the chain. And I'm looking at the May 17, which is 31 days out. We're looking at the calls, the vertical call spread. So we're looking at the 35-40 vertical call spread, right? So we'll be buying the 35s and we'll be selling the 40s. So let's put the strategy builder on. You can't quite see that in the screen here. There we go. Strategy builder's on. And what we're going to be doing is we're looking at buying the 35s and we're looking at selling the 40s. And so what we would do is we would try to hit the midpoint of the spread. Here's the spread, 2.4 to 5.1, right? So the midpoint of that, we'll just do a little bit of math here, and we're at, you add those together, at 7.5, so 3.5, 3.75, right? So 3.75 is the midpoint of that. So when we do our order, we're going to try to hit the midpoint. But let's see if this is a good trade before we actually place an order on this thing. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back to our browser, and we're going to go take a look at a calculator we have on Street Smart Options. We have 6 different calculators, and this is the bull call spread calculator. And I've already input the numbers for ATVI. And so assuming a $100,000 portfolio, we're going to max risk 2% of our account. So max risk $2,000 on this trade. So if we actually take this trade to zero, which we would try never to do, but if we were actually take this trade to zero, we would maximum lose 2% of the portfolio. And then but what we do is have a stop loss so that we don't take our trades to zero. And we're going to do we put in 20% stop loss on this. We can use a profit target. Now, profit targets on a 1 month out trade is, you're going to have commission charges, and then you're going to have a bid-ask spread. You're going to lose some on that. So, we 1 month out, you just take this to expiration if you can, and don't incur that extra expense. So the today's date is the 16th. The expiry date is 17th of May, 1 month out. The high strike is 40. The low strike is 35. And then the midpoint of the bid-ask spread for the high strike option is 5.8, and the midpoint of the low strike option is 9.55. So we're going to try to hit the midpoint when we get into this trade. We're going to try to hit the midpoint of that spread. Sometimes you can get in at the midpoint. Sometimes you have to staircase it a little bit to get in, but and we'll actually take a look at that in a minute. So the number of contracts we're allowed is 5, and if you look, our max risk is $2,000. So if we look at what our max loss is on the 5 trades, you'll see that the max loss is $1,875, which is below our $2,000 limit, right? So we don't want to lose more than $2,000. The thing goes to zero, but we're not. But we're actually going to do a stop loss, and the stop loss is 20% of that $1,875, which is $375. So let's see if this is a good trade or not. And I'm going to have to my window expanded on my browser, so let me shrink that up. There we go, so I can scroll up. So this actually turns out to be, if we can actually get in the midpoint here, like we hope, this turns out to be a phenomenal trade, because the max gain on this trade is 33% in 1 month's time, and the max annualized gain is 392%. Which is a really phenomenal trade if we can get in around this midpoint that we would hope to. So we make 33% in 1 month. As long as this trade stays above 40, we're going to be pretty darn happy with this trade 1 month out. Being where we are in the market and being what kind of stock this is, and depending on your risk tolerance, you can take this up to 4%. So you can do 10 contracts, right? You're risking $4,000 of your portfolio, but with that kind of return, it might be worth pushing the size a little bit, especially where we are in the market, and also the way this chart looks. So this is pretty interesting to me. So let's go back to actually executing the order, since we're doing a demo, and see what this might look like. So here we are back in our strategy builder. And what we're going to do is we're going to try to hit the midpoint of that, which we decided was, which we figured is 3.75. So we're going to do a limit here, and we're going to pick 3.75 on our limit, right? And then we're going to submit our order on that 3.75 limit. Now notice it's the spread. You're doing the limit on the spread here. So we're pretty happy if we get that, right? So there's no guarantee we get that. So say we put that in there, and we have it in there. Now, this is a demo account that we're trading this in. So but the if it gets executed, we'll be pretty darn happy. If it doesn't, say we wait like 15 minutes, 20 minutes, doesn't get executed, well, then you can cancel the order, right? You can cancel the order and then put in a different, then do it again. Cancel the order, come back, and put in a trade and staircase. Instead of going midpoint, go like 10 cents. Maybe sacrifice 10 cents, see if you get executed 10 cents. So we would do the we're in the strategy builder. We'll do the 1080 35-40. There we go, 35-40 spread. And instead of 375, maybe we'll try a limit, and we'll be willing to spend maybe a little bit more and try the 385, something like that. And just you keep on doing that until you get executed, right? You can make sure you cancel your old orders, or just change them or something, right? So you don't have multiple orders in there all at once. So you staircase it and maybe wait another 5-10 minutes, see if that gets executed. And it probably will. On the entry, it's easy to get into the midpoint on the entry. It's kind of hard to get out of the trade at the midpoint when you're trying to close this trade up. But there you go. So there's a options trading demo for ATVI, and this looks like a pretty decent trade to take on.
Awesome. Thanks for that, Jonathan. So, folks, if you're not in our Facebook group, which is 100% free, and you can find that by just going to Facebook and searching SSO for Street Smart Options. Those three letters should lead you directly to our group. If not, just search Street Smart Options under groups on Facebook. If you're not on that free group, you're missing out, just simply because we post lots of different things like this in our Facebook group for free. And if you're watching this video on our YouTube channel, we'd really appreciate you thinking about hitting that subscribe button and crushing that like button for us. If you feel like leaving a comment for Jonathan or myself, please do that as well. And if you've decided at this point that you're ready to actually start trading on your own, or maybe you're a trader who's already doing it, but you just like more instruction so you can make sure that you're getting the most out of your money, feel free to look us up at streetsmartoptions.com, where you can get in on one of our webinar specials. We do routine webinar specials where we give a bit of a discount on our program. You can always just reach out to us through that website. If you're interested in becoming part of the team and actually starting to do some trading, you can pick up the program right there on the website. So thanks for your attention and your time, and have a great day.